Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you why I quit my full-time job to become a stay-at-home mom. So stick around, this one is going to be interesting. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just click on that red button that says subscribe down there. So I just want to kick off by appreciating every mom out there, whether you're a working mom, a stay-at-home mom, a single mom. I just want to appreciate you because we are all doing a great job. It's not easy, but I believe that to be a mom is just a sacrifice of love. We are all doing our best, we're all putting in our best. So you guys just take out a little time out of your day today to appreciate your mom and every mom you know around you. So I decided to do this video as a way of sharing my story and encouraging somebody out there. And this was actually triggered by a discussion I was having with some women recently, and combining career with being a mom is not something that it's easy, and many women have had to make sacrifices, um, or have had to sacrifice their career temporarily or permanently just so that they could raise their children, or they could manage their home front, because we're all different and it's very challenging. Even when you're single and you're working, you know how challenging it can be, coping, meeting up with your targets, your obligation, meeting up with being a friend, a sister, a daughter, and all of that, a girlfriend. So now add on the responsibility of maybe being a wife, or and being a mom to kids. Not everybody is able to marry that with the challenges of working full time. And then another thing as well is, many people, when they hear stay at home mom, they just feel like, oh, is she jobless? Like, come on. There's nothing jobless about being a stay at home mom, trust me, because it is hectic. Taking care of kids, taking care of the home, it's not easy at all. For me, that in itself is a full-time job. So I just want to share from my own experience. So um currently I'm a stay-at-home mom, um and that came about when I was pregnant with my second daughter, Camara, who is now 7 months. Before then, I'd been working full time. My last job, I was there for 6 years. I joined the company as a single girl. I joined the company on a leadership program. 18 months, very rigorous, taking on a lot of challenging projects and tasks. You know, being able to travel at the flick of a finger. I had a nice time there because I really grew as a person. I really, really grew as a person, and I also grew professionally. Now I joined that company shortly after completing my master's degree. I did my master's in advertising and marketing at the University of Leeds. So once I finished that, I was in the UK for a bit before I moved back to Nigeria. So I moved back to Nigeria. I mean, it took me some time before I got that job. Now my first degree is in English, and I did that here in Nigeria, and I really enjoyed my time studying English because I was just in my element. So just something about me from when I was little. I'm on the creative side. I I like to describe myself as being born for the arts. So growing up, I was always the one you find drawing, painting, writing poems, writing a short story. Those are the kind of things that I enjoy doing. And early on, I I wanted to be an artist, but that didn't work out. So back to my last job. I've been there. So, but when I turned 30 a few years ago, it was a time for me to sit down and really think about, what I wanted to do with my life, really. It doesn't mean I wasn't doing anything meaningful, but I was just thinking of, like, okay, in the long run, going forward, what is it that I really want to do with my life? I don't want to be on this earth and at the end of it all it's just full of regrets. Even if I have regrets, let it just be minimal. I really felt like, um and I started by really thinking about what's my passion, what am I passionate about, and it all fell back to being creative, you know. So, and I said to myself, okay, fine, I can't just up and quit my job. So, what is the next step for me? So, I really thought about it and said, okay, what's my ideal role going to be? And once I decided on that, and I started working on building up my skills, so I started my blog. Um, I started doing a number of things to build up my skill sets. Okay, so I put in my resignation December 2016, and I also happened to be newly pregnant at that time. Very few people knew, but that pregnancy was a very challenging one for me. I was just like basically so sick that even on my last day couldn't be my last day because I was admitted in the hospital. But I thank God for everything that happened. So that was also part of what led to that particular timing of why I left that job. So that was kind of like a secondary reason. Job, I became like jobless now. Like that's what you call it when someone doesn't have a job, jobless. But I wasn't jobless per se because I had my first daughter I was caring for, and then by the time I became stronger health wise, I dabbled into a number of things. I started two businesses, and because I'm not someone that I don't do well being idle. That's just me. I always look for something to do. I don't do well being idle. So I did that, and then I had my daughter July 2017. After a few months, then um, I started looking for a full time job, and then I said, on the side, I had other things I was doing. So, creating content, freelance writing, I started my YouTube channel, and all these things I was just doing it basically to build up my skill set while I was waiting for that perfect role. So, applying for jobs, doing interviews, um, and all of that. So, I mean, I'm still searching, and I mean, there are a couple of circumstances that came up or situations that came up that stalled my job search. But I'm still optimistic. I'm still searching. I'm optimistic that something is going to come up that is going to be good for me and going to work out for me. Um, yeah. So for anybody who is at that point, at that crossroad of I want to quit my job, or I'm not sure what do I do, or I'm sure, or what steps do I take to be prepared. So these are just a number of things that I did to prepare before I actually. So the number one thing I would say is have a plan. So what is your plan? Okay, I don't want to do the job that I'm doing anymore. I want to start my business. I want to be a stay-at-home mom full time to take care of my kids, take care of my family. I want to change jobs. I want to change from one industry to another industry. So have a plan. Or I want to go back to school. You need to have a plan of what to do, because like the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you need to have a plan. You can have as many plans as possible. So you can have plan A, plan B, plan C. If A doesn't work, you move to B, you move to C. The other thing, number two, discuss with your loved ones. So like in my own case, I'm married, so I didn't just decide that, oh, I'm going to quit my job. No, I had to. It was a discussion that I had with my husband over time, and particularly because I contribute financially, in our home. So if I quit my job, then instead of having two incomes, you now have one income. So it was a decision that we had to agree on and prepare fully um, for. Okay. So you guys may need to come to some compromise, but it's important that it's not just a decision that you take on your own. If you're not married, you may need to discuss with your partner, you may need to discuss with your family, and another reason for doing that is so that they know how to support you, because at this point, at this transitional phase, you will need a lot of support. Human beings will thrive on support because your plans may not pan out the way you expect them to pan out. So you need your family to support you, whether you're starting a new business or you're going back to school. It may be that they're going to need to give you financial support or emotional support. So that's why it's important to let them know that, oh, this decision I'm planning to take. Yes, they may not come on board as easily as you would expect. And you need to find ways to navigate that. So if that is something you want me to talk about, or do another video on, on how to break that news to your family, how to handle that, then let me know in the comment section. So number three, you need to save, save, save. You need money. Money at this point. Before you quit your job, you need to save as much as you can, because if for instance you're quitting your job to look for another job, it may take as long as 6 months or more before you can get that ideal job. If you're living on your own, you need to make sure that your rent is covered, your basics are covered, before you start making new income. And because you never know what could come up. Anything could come up, and so having your savings is having something to fall back on. Number four, be patient. You need to be patient with yourself and those around you, because it could be a frustrating time, especially when things don't work out the way you had envisaged them, or at the speed you had planned for things to work out. So you really need to be patient. Number five is have a contingency plan. Because while you're waiting, a lot of things could happen. So you may decide to put pursuing your dreams on hold again. There's nothing wrong with putting it on hold again, to be able to achieve your primary goals, to be able to meet up with your life expectations and all that. So, expect anything, remember I talked earlier about telling your family to get support. In my own case, I'm very fortunate to have a supportive husband, supportive family, my parents, my siblings. They've really been there for me, at this point in time in my life. But for some other people, it may work the other way. You may not get that support you're looking for um from your other half, and it may be necessary for you to be out of work. You may even have some people be so negative and say negative things to you. You have some people that would say, oh, so you are so jobless now. Yeah, a whole you after going to school, you are now sitting at home being a housewife. Look at you. Who cares? For anybody that has such to say about me, I can't be bothered, because obviously you don't know my story, and I don't need such negativity in my life right now. So such people, they are not my priority. If you feel that I'm jobless with two kids, then God, you must be so ignorant. So just expect anything. It could work out both ways, for you. And there may be some people that will question you, on your journey to pursue your passion. Because I've had a number of people that ask me, oh, so what are you doing now? And when I let them know that, oh, I'm doing this and that, I'm creating content, you see that look of disdain on their faces. Some people even be so bold to ask you, oh, so are you making money from it? Like, what is your business? But those are some of the things that you should expect from people. Not everybody is going to understand your reason for doing what you're doing, and you really need to prepare yourself. Um, for you really need to prepare yourself for that. Really, um, what I wanted to share with you guys, is share my story with you guys. I hope I was able to inspire somebody out there or make sense to somebody out there. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really helps me. And leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let's discuss. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel for the first time. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.